There is a glass of milk sitting in your refrigerator right now, and depending on what kind it is, it could be quietly pushing your blood sugar higher with every single sip. Yes, milk. The drink you were told as a child would build strong bones. The drink your doctor probably never questioned. The drink you pour into your coffee every morning without thinking twice. After age 60, your body does not handle sugar the way it did when you were 40. Your pancreas produces insulin more slowly. Your muscle cells become resistant to insulin's signal, like a rusty lock that refuses the key. And every sugary spike you endure chips away at the tiny blood vessels in your eyes, your kidneys, your nerves, and your heart. But here's what nobody is telling you. The biggest milk lie is not about fat. It is not about cholesterol. It is about the hidden carbohydrates and sweeteners hiding inside cartons labeled healthy, natural, and heart smart. Within 14 days of swapping the right milks into your daily routine, my patients routinely see their fasting blood sugar drop by 10 to 15 milligrams per deciliter. Some see even more. That is not a gimmick. That is biology, and it is sitting in your kitchen right now. I'm going to walk you through the 5 milks that actively help your blood sugar after 60, the 3 milks that are silently sabotaging you, and how to swap them without disrupting your life. Before we go any further, drop a comment below telling me your current fasting blood sugar reading. Even if you do not know the exact number, write high, normal, or tested today. I read every comment. Let's go. To understand why milk matters so deeply after 60, you need to understand 3 things happening inside your body right now. Think of your bloodstream as a highway for glucose, the simplest form of sugar. Insulin is the chauffeur. It is a hormone made by your pancreas, and its job is to take glucose out of the blood and deliver it inside the cells where it gets burned for energy. It works like a lock and key. The cell has a receptor, the lock. Insulin is the key. When insulin knocks on the door, the cell opens up and lets glucose inside. Now here's what happens after 60. The locks on your cells start to get rusty. They do not open as quickly. Insulin has to keep knocking. Your pancreas starts pumping out more and more insulin to compensate. Doctors call this insulin resistance. When the rust gets bad enough, your pancreas cannot keep up. Blood sugar rises. That is the moment prediabetes and type 2 diabetes begin. According to the CDC, more than half of adults aged 65 and older have some form of insulin resistance. You are not broken. You are aging. The locks just need different maintenance now. There is a second phenomenon called the liver dump. During the night, your liver releases a stored form of glucose called glycogen to keep your brain fueled. After 60, this release can be too aggressive. Your morning fasting blood sugar can be higher than it should be, not because of what you ate last night, but because of how your liver behaved in your sleep. And the third issue is muscle loss. After 60, you lose roughly 3 to 8% of your muscle mass every decade. Muscle is the biggest glucose storage tank in your body. Less muscle means less storage space. Sugar has nowhere to go, so it lingers in your blood. These are the 3 control points. The milk you choose every morning acts on all 3. The wrong milk floods your bloodstream with sugar. The right milk feeds your muscles, calms your liver, and reduces the rust on your cellular locks. 3 times a day, every day, your milk shows up in your bloodstream. If this is starting to click for you, hit subscribe right now and join a community of proactive seniors taking their power back. We publish new videos every week built around exactly this kind of life-changing information. The button is right below this video. Now let me walk you through the 5 milks that genuinely help your blood sugar after 60. Each one is something you can buy at almost any grocery store today. Number 1, unsweetened almond milk. This is the workhorse milk of the diabetes-friendly world. A single cup contains only about 30 to 40 calories, 1 to 2 grams of carbohydrate, and 0 grams of added sugar. The glycemic index is essentially flat. Why does it work? Almonds are rich in magnesium, and magnesium is one of the most studied minerals for insulin sensitivity. A 2023 review in the journal Nutrients found that higher magnesium intake was consistently associated with lower fasting glucose in older adults. Magnesium acts almost like WD-40 on those rusty cellular locks. Buy unsweetened almond milk in the carton. Look for a brand that contains only almonds, water, and maybe a touch of sea salt. Warning: stay far away from vanilla or chocolate-flavored almond milks. A single cup can contain 12 to 14 grams of sugar, worse than regular soda. Now, before we get to the next milks, I want you to share this video with one person you love who is currently struggling with blood sugar. Maybe your spouse, your sibling, your neighbor. Send it right now. Number 2. Unsweetened flax milk, the secret weapon. Flax seeds are the richest plant source of omega-3 fatty acids on Earth. These fats have been studied for their anti-inflammatory effect on insulin receptors. A 2024 randomized trial from the University of Reading found that older adults who consumed flax-derived omega-3s daily for 12 weeks showed measurable improvements in insulin sensitivity. You can replicate this with 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed stirred into your morning milk, and it costs a fraction of the price. Caution: whole flax seeds pass through your digestive system undigested. Always buy ground flaxseed or grind it yourself. Number 3. Unsweetened soy milk. Soy milk is the protein powerhouse of plant milks. A single cup contains about 7 to 9 grams of complete protein, more than any other non-dairy option. That protein is critical after 60 because of the muscle loss I mentioned earlier. A 2023 meta-analysis in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics concluded that replacing dairy with fortified soy products was associated with modest but consistent reductions in fasting blood glucose. Protein slows down the absorption of any carbohydrate that enters your bloodstream alongside it. Buy organic, unsweetened soy milk made with whole soybeans. Warning: soy has been unfairly accused of hormonal effects. Modern research has repeatedly shown that moderate soy consumption does not raise estrogen levels in older adults. Number 4. Unsweetened coconut milk from a carton, not a can. The carton version contains only about 45 to 50 calories per cup and roughly 1 gram of carbohydrate. It is rich in medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs. Unlike long-chain fats, MCTs are absorbed directly into your bloodstream and converted into ketones, an alternative fuel that does not require insulin to enter your cells. A 2022 study in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism showed that adults aged 55 to 75 who consumed MCT oil with breakfast had significantly lower post-meal glucose spikes. Caution: canned coconut milk is high in saturated fat and is meant for curry, not coffee. Buy the carton. Number 5. Goat milk, the dairy option. Goat milk contains a different form of casein protein called A2, while most cow milk contains A1 casein, which breaks down into a peptide linked in studies to digestive inflammation. A 2023 review in Critical Reviews in Food Science and Nutrition found that A2 dairy products were associated with better post-meal glucose responses in older adults compared to standard cow milk. Caution: goat milk still contains lactose. If you have a true lactose intolerance, skip it. Now we know the 5 best milks. But there are 3 milks being marketed to seniors right now that are quietly destroying your blood sugar. Send this video to one more person in your life before I reveal them. Number 1 on the worst list: oat milk, the sweetened and flavored varieties. Oat milk has become the darling of the wellness world, and here is the dirty secret. Oat milk has one of the highest glycemic indexes of any milk on the planet, hovering around 60 to 80, roughly the same as white bread. Oats are starches. When processed into milk, those starches become rapidly digestible. 1 cup of original oat milk from a popular brand contains 7 grams of sugar and 16 grams of carbohydrate. The label says no added sugar. Technically true, but the carbohydrates in the oats themselves convert into glucose almost as fast as table sugar. If you must use oat milk, the unsweetened version in very small quantities is tolerable. But for daily use after 60, it is one of the worst milks you can choose. Number 2 on the worst list: Rice milk. Rice milk is the highest glycemic milk in existence, with a glycemic index of 85 to 98, even higher than pure glucose in some brands. A single cup contains between 10 and 22 grams of sugar. I have personally measured post-meal glucose spikes in patients who drank rice milk, and the results are alarming. Within 30 minutes of drinking 1 cup, blood sugar can climb by 30 to 50 milligrams per deciliter. Avoid rice milk entirely if blood sugar is your concern. Number 3 on the worst list. Flavored cow's milk, including chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. A single cup of chocolate milk contains 22 to 30 grams of sugar, more than a serving of ice cream. Even the low-fat trap is worth exposing. When manufacturers remove fat from milk, they almost always replace it with sugar to improve the taste. Low-fat strawberry milk is essentially flavored sugar water with calcium sprinkled in. A 2023 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults aged 60 and older who consumed flavored dairy products daily had a 28% greater risk of developing metabolic syndrome. Plain, unsweetened cow milk is moderate in glycemic terms, with about 12 grams of natural lactose per cup. The second you add flavoring, you have turned a moderate milk into a sugar bomb. Pause this video right now and go check your refrigerator. If you have any flavored milk, sweetened oat milk, or vanilla creamer, put it on the counter. That is your pantry clean-out list. Let me teach you how to read milk labels like an endocrinologist. Take any milk carton and flip to the ingredients list. The front label is marketing. The back label is truth. Maltodextrin has a glycemic index higher than table sugar, around 85 to 105. Food companies use it because it is cheap. 1 tablespoon can spike your blood sugar faster than a tablespoon of sugar. Natural flavors is the most meaningless phrase in the food industry. It can include dozens of hidden ingredients. Carrageenan is a thickener linked in some studies to gut inflammation, and gut inflammation is directly tied to insulin resistance. The cleanest label has only almonds, water, calcium carbonate, vitamin D2, and sea salt. 5 ingredients. Anything longer than 7 should make you suspicious. Grab your phone and screenshot this label reading guide. Tomorrow morning, read every word on the back of your milk carton before you open it. Now I'm going to give you a clear, day-by-day, 14-day reset plan you can start tomorrow. Days 1 through 3, the cleanup phase. Remove every flavored milk, sweetened plant milk, and creamer from your home. Replace them with unsweetened almond milk and unsweetened soy milk. Your taste buds will revolt. The almond milk will taste thin. This is normal. Your tongue has been trained for years on sugars. It takes roughly 72 hours for taste receptors to start adapting. By day 4, it will taste genuinely creamy. Days 4 through 7, the discovery phase. Introduce flax milk and coconut milk. Most patients report 3 things by day 7. First, fewer afternoon energy crashes as the cellular rust gets cleaned up. Second, better digestion. Third, slightly lower fasting blood sugar, often 5 to 10 milligrams per deciliter lower. Days 8 through 14, the lock-in phase. Add 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed to your morning milk. Sprinkle some cinnamon on top. A 2023 meta-analysis confirmed modest improvements in fasting glucose with daily cinnamon consumption. By day 14, the typical patient has seen a 10 to 15 milligram per deciliter drop in fasting blood sugar. Let me tell you about Margaret. Margaret came to see me at age 67. Her fasting blood sugar had crept from 95 to 118 over 5 years. She was drinking 2 large glasses of chocolate almond milk every day, plus a vanilla latte on her way to water aerobics. She thought she was making healthy choices. We did not change her medications. We replaced her chocolate almond milk with unsweetened almond milk and her vanilla latte with a drip coffee using a splash of soy milk. 6 weeks later, her fasting blood sugar was 102. 3 months later, 96. Her doctor canceled the medication increase. Margaret cried in my office. She had been blaming herself for years, and the villain was the carton. Now let me address the psychological barriers I see every week. The number one reason seniors fail to change habits is taste. I am not going to pretend almond milk tastes like cow milk at first. After 3 days, your sweet threshold resets. After 2 weeks, the sugary milk you used to crave will taste cloying. This is a documented phenomenon called taste receptor adaptation. Second barrier is cost. Unsweetened almond and soy milk costs roughly the same as conventional cow milk, between $2 and $4 per half gallon. Third barrier is family pressure. If your spouse keeps buying flavored milk, share this video with them. The best way to change your environment is to change the people in it. Drop a comment below and tell me which milk you are going to try tonight: almond, flax, soy, coconut, or goat. Your comment helps other readers find their own solution. Let me paint a picture of what your life can look like 14 days from now. You wake up, you pour a cup of coffee, but this time the milk is unsweetened almond. The color is a soft cream. The smell is clean. You check your blood sugar. The number is lower than it was 2 weeks ago, maybe 100, maybe 95. Whatever the number, it is moving in the right direction. Throughout the day, your energy is steady. There is no mid-morning crash, no afternoon fog. At dinner, you eat the same food your family enjoys. You are not on a strange diet. You have simply taken control of one daily ritual that was harming you and turned it into one that heals you. This is what I see every week in my practice. Seniors who were told their blood sugar was heading toward medication, who took one small step, removed the silent saboteur from their refrigerator, and replaced it with something their body could actually use. Within weeks, the numbers began to change. Let me be absolutely clear about one thing. I am not your doctor. This video is educational in nature and not intended to replace the advice of your personal endocrinologist or primary care physician. If you are on diabetes medication, never adjust your dose without first consulting the provider who prescribed it. The information in this video works alongside medical care. You came to this video because you suspected something was wrong. Now you have the 5 milks that heal, the 3 milks that harm, a 14-day plan, the labels decoded, and the patient story to prove it works. The only thing left is to do it. Tomorrow morning, before you pour your coffee, walk to the refrigerator, read the label, make the swap, take the small step. I am proud of you for watching all the way to the end. I will see you in the next one. Stay close. Take care of your body. It is the only one you have got.